I've been seeing these comments of Verydarkman for president until I just found this post and it says, Rattle Gang, hope for Nigeria 2027, voice of the voiceless, accountability, credibility, transparency, votes, Martin Vincent Hotel, Verydarkman _ VDM, president for the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Hey, man. As much as I appreciate the confidence that people have in me, but I just think this does not make sense. I'm sorry to say, because number one, I'm not even interested in politics. Number two, let me explain something to you. It's the fact that, let me do it like this. Have you seen what decides our leader in Nigeria? The people that become presidents. It's not the people that decide, it is the money. The first factor that decides who becomes the president is the money that the person is willing to spend. So imagine say I didn't interested now. Which money I won't spend? The people don't pick their president because they love the person that they want to pick. Now the person will share money. Have you ever heard where they are talking about somebody like Governor Fubara in Port Harcourt, River State? They'll say, Fubara no, they share money, is very stingy. A lot of Nigerians, all these politics that you see them doing, now because of the money where they share. The people don't know themselves yet to pick a leader for themselves. It's still money that picks for the people. It is a very big problem. People like Verydarkman cannot go into politics. We are here to just create awareness so that you know yourself first. Outside knowing yourself, you have to know the country and what to benefit the country. Therefore, being patriotic. A lot of you are not patriotic enough. So how do you think that you'll be able to select a leader now that you only care about your pockets? A typical Nigerian will forget about the sufferness that they've gone through for 4 years. Immediately they bring something on that day of election. Just go to the polling units today. Let's say today's 2027 election. You go to the polling units. Make APC now or PDP, depending on who has chopped the sufferness from. Just bring small money, share that day. Don't forget everything that they've gone through in the last 4 years, and they'll quickly vote for that person. They don't care because they don't know themselves yet. They don't understand that no, this money is doing more harm to us and it's actually destroying the country. Nigeria will only get better when money does not decide the person that they pick. When the people actually decide who they want to pick. I'm not interested in election. I will never campaign for anybody. This same country, you are putting Verydarkman now, Verydarkman should come out for presidency. This same country where we say now celebrities, they choose who I won't vote for. You don't know how dangerous and how that's the problem. Celebrities choose for you. That's why a lot of times all these celebrities they get money, blah 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 blah. But a lot of now they suffer. To go wake up tomorrow now say, that he has a voice. He trusts Tinubu. And I'll say he trusts Obi. And I'll say he trusts Kwankwaso. Another person will say he trusts Atiku. Then their fans, wow, if this person trusts this person, then I need to go and vote for this person. You go forget what you yourself go through directly. You where the problem affect directly, you totally forget. Until you people are emancipated from that ideology and that mentality that you need somebody to decide or you need somebody to pick a leader for you, this country will never go forward. You have to, it is only important that you know yourself first. First, Nigerians don't know themselves. It's a problem. That's why we take a lot of bullshit. It's not by protest. It's not by scattering country. No. This decision, this thing I'm telling you about, it is something that you will decide within yourself to say no. No. And with that positive decision, it's going to affect and take over the whole country. But until then, you people are not mentally ready to pick a leader. Why do you want to pick Verydarkman if I ask you? Why? There's nothing that I've done in the last few years where we say one politician no fit do. If this is the mentality you use in choosing a leader, then it's a problem. Say, well, Verydarkman, go this one, go down, and you won't pick him for a leader. No. It doesn't work that way. I mean, I'm not trying to discredit myself. I'll make a very good politician, you understand? But I have a problem. I have character problems. I get anger issues. Some kind of things where will vex me. Like now, if you make me a president, nobody will leave this country again. That'll be the first and last day as I touch. No human being will cross. There's no border. They will not issue passports to anybody again. Now they'll first lock the border first. Until the country is fixed to my own test, nobody they go anywhere. No politician leaves. Nobody they come in. Within ourselves, the only thing that leaves will be products. Do you understand? So me, I get problem. The way they do me for head, it's different. Do you understand? Until we start to produce. Anyways, because I'm not interested in politics, it's not my business. But with time, do you understand? We, the people who follow whatever lie or whatever truths when they, according to what they see me as, you understand? Those people will later select leaders for this country. People will be say they no value money. People will be say they did for the betterment of the country and for the betterment of the country alone. People will know themselves enough to say, yes, this is who I pick, not because of the influencers or the people that help me select. This is the person that is right for the job. Until then, and those people, with time, we will bring them out. But for now, I beg. And again, like I said, me, I ain't campaigning for nobody. I'm not interested in it. And if you know, say you love Nigeria enough, you will not let anybody campaign for you in the forthcoming election. You pick your leader by yourself. Then if you now know yourself too well, you will not collect money. That's how this country can go forward. Anyways, please don't play me. I don't want to carry people for a problem. I beg. I know they do politics.
Atiku Abubakar has challenged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's assertion that Belarusian businessman Alexander Zygmunt, who introduced to Nigerians during the launch of his renewed Hope Agricultural Mechanization Program on Monday, was his schoolmate. at a Chicago university. Tinubu had referred to Zygman as his neighbor and schoolmate in Chicago. However, Atiku's media office countered the president's claim, stating that Zygman was born in 1966, which would have made him only 13 years old in 1979 when Tinubu claimed to have graduated from the university. Atiku's statement questioned the credibility of Tinubu's claim and also raised concerns about Zygman's alleged involvement in questionable transactions in Africa, citing international media reports. Well, Atiku's media aide released this press statement on Paul Ibe's Twitter account, and I'll read an excerpt of the statement. They wrote, "Are we now to believe that the Guinness Book of Records missed the story of a 13-year-old Belarusian prodigy graduating from an American university alongside Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Even more troubling is the president's casual association with a man whose international reputation is mired in scandal. This leads us to ask, with the solemn weight of patriotism and the urgency of truth, Mr. President, Nigerians deserve to know why a man born in 1966 is being paraded as your classmate who graduated in 1979. Were you taught in the same classroom or in different decades? Well, in the meantime, the cable did the Lord's work. They actually did a fact check. And, you know, this is what they posted. This is from the cable. They said that Zygman, while speaking with Day Night TV, reportedly said that he was born on November 26, 1966 in Minsk. That's the capital of Belarus. This means he will be 59 years old by November 2025. In the interview, he was quoted as saying he earned a bachelor's degree from the Belarusian National Polytechnic University, where he studied in the Faculty of Robotics and Robotic Systems between 1985 and 1989. And he added that he studied business marketing at the University of Illinois, Chicago, in the United States. From 1991 to 1995, he equally received a master's degree from the university, that's University of Illinois in Chicago. He also said he once served in the Soviet Army from 1983 to 1985. This was, a video that, Cable had fact-checked. I just got some excerpts from that video, and these were from Zygman himself. So again, the question is, what university was the president talking about? Because Zygman has said with his own mouth that it was the University of Illinois, and we know that our president went to Chicago State University. Dr. Batsi.
Okay. Well, I think that Polibe and his principal,
yes,
Waziri Adamawa Atiku Abubakar, they have partisan reasons to play politics with this, and I said yesterday, election season is over. We're running a government now, so we can focus on the running of government. I will not want to join anybody to call the president of Nigeria a liar. No. 2, let us stress the point that he said schoolmate and neighbor.
Yes, we stressed that.
He did not say
well,
they were classmates. He did not say, the president did not say he attended the same school with Alexander Zygman. Schoolmate.
What's the schoolmate?
No, he said university at the end of the video. He said
well,
our university.
let
me tell you what he said.
But what's a schoolmate?
Hold on. He said
you just like said he didn't attend the same school, but he called it a school.
He didn't mention school.
Let me tell you what he said. Hold on, let me tell you what he said. He said that our university will be proud of us. So it was a university. It's not secondary school. It's not primary school. He said university.
Now says he attended University of Illinois, Chicago.
Exactly, good.
And what is in the public domain is about President Tinubu attending Chicago
State
University.
Those are the points.
So that's why, people will play politics with it. That the president of Nigeria probably does not know the university that he attended. So is it University of Illinois, Chicago, or Chicago State University? So that's why his political opponents would like to seize upon it. But as for Alexander Zygman, he's basically a businessman. He runs a group called AfriTrade. Now, the incident that occurred April 2021, he and 3 others were arrested in the Democratic Republic of Congo because they were labeled arms dealers.
Yes.
And they were said to be planning to organize a coup in the DRC. And he said, look, that was misinformation, disinformation. That he was just a businessman. He was going there to meet a foundation, Moisi Kande Foundation. And he's also Zimbabwe's honorary consul in Belarus. So that's the source of his connection with Zimbabwe. There were no charges against him and the others. So you give him the benefit of the doubt. He was not charged. He was not tried. They were released after 2 weeks detention. 12 days.
Yes.
Well, almost 2 weeks. So that is the story about that.
Yes.
I don't think we should hold that against him. The biggest office that anybody can possibly occupy, some people say, is to be a friend of the president. You will be surprised. I've seen people in this country who will go and print a business card. They'll say friend of the president. And they say it's a very powerful position. However,
we know that.
What I said yesterday is that Mr. Zygman is helping with this Belarus connection, agriculture, training of persons, which is what he does.
Yes.
And he says he's involved in other African countries. What we're asking for is, what are the details? Was there transparency and accountability? Did he bid for it? Was it a competitive bidding? And, you know, how is this going to be processed? Earlier this morning, we talked about agriculture. The Brazilians also investing about $1 billion in addition to $2.5 billion. And then we're saying, how do you process all of this? Technical management, administrative management, training, and will there be the involvement of states? Because the federal government of Nigeria does not own farmlands in the states. It's Zamfara, Niger, where you have Farmer Bago, and in Lagos, where you have Origin Tech Group, partnering with Governor Sanwo-Olu, who is 60 today, by the way. You know, so those are the questions we can raise. Let's focus on the issues. This matter of whether University of Illinois or Chicago State University or whatever. I made the point yesterday. You don't need a school certificate to be president of Nigeria. In fact, once you can speak English and you attend maybe a seminar in Umukwata, Delta State, you can be president of Nigeria.
Which is unfortunate. All right, Dr. Fati, we have to
Why is it unfortunate?
It's unfortunate.
We have had president who could not produce primary school certificates.
What do you call it? Grade A people to rule us, like you always say. Anyways, at the end of the day, I believe that, you know, the presidency will respond to the Atiku media aid. And of course, a lot of Nigerians who have asked what university the president was talking about.
If you have ever asked that who is President Tinubu's classmate, let me explain.
To all of you, Alex was my very good neighbor and went to the same school with me in Chicago. Never did we dreamt that I would be in this position as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and Alex will be a successful businessman from Belarus to bring about a very successful collaboration and bilateral relationship that will promote economic prosperity.
In a recent event where Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President of Nigeria, was giving a speech, he acknowledged his classmate named Alex. He said that Alex was his classmate. In fact, they were also good neighbors. After that speech and the video went viral, Nigerians on Twitter went on FBI mode or detective mode. A lot of them started searching the web and, you know, trying to find out who is this Alex. It turns out that there are two Alex on the web they could find that have the same identity as the one that Bola Ahmed Tinubu said it was his classmate and also his neighbor or schoolmates. After identifying those two Alex, it turns out that both of them were too young to be Bola Ahmed Tinubu's classmate. One was 10 years old when Bola Ahmed Tinubu was in Chicago State University, and the other one was 13 years old when Bola Ahmed Tinubu was in Chicago State University. One of the Alex, who also matched the identity of the one Bola Ahmed Tinubu talked about, has been involved in many corrupt practices like, you know, illegal mining in Zimbabwe and all that. In fact, he has been arrested and released and also deal with arms and all that. So many social media detectives are still finding out more details. But then here's the question: if the president can read and write, it means that he must have been in the four wall of classroom. So it means that he must have classmates. But the question is, where are they?
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, congratulations, Mr. President, as you meet one of your schoolmates from Chicago University. You thought say una school go dey proud of una as the things say una dey do so. Congratulations, sir. My country people, how una dey? I greet una fellow Nigerians. So I sure say many of una don't see this video from that program as President they commissioned about 2,000 tractors and other agri equipment. They say not even the first phase, other ones they come. But from that program, he can't see one of his friends, Mr. Alex, where they there. He said that he been neighbor and they be go school together for Chicago University. Said that the school go there so proud of them for waiting they don't they achieve. Question when me I want ask, no plenty, because Nigerians we go need to they ask some important questions. This particular project where they do so between Nigeria Ministry of Agri and Belarus government, you remember they say it is an MOU between the Nigerian government and the government of Belarus. In fact, remember that in 2024, I think July, Nigerian First Lady Mrs. Remi Tinubu visit Belarus and even meet with the President Alexander Lukashenko. So my question where I they ask this say, this particular agri contract, this project where we they see so when phase one from Belarus, is it a direct government to government project between Nigeria and the Belarusian government? Or if not, who be the consortium or the third party where they handle the project? How do they come in? How exactly been the bidding process for this particular contract? According to the Nigerian Freedom of Information Act and the Procurement Act, how many companies been vying to carry out this project, and how was the winner selected? And this Mr. President friend will be Mr. Alex from Belarus. So, which of the roles him they play in terms of the value chain in this particular project? Is it between the company and the Nigerian government, or it is the Belarusian government and Nigerian government? And what is the total equivalent of the finances where they involve? How much it costs Nigerian taxpayer? How much did one of the equipment cost? Shey it dey bad if we ask for this kind of financial transparency and accountability? Will the Minister of Agri, Senator Abubakar Kyari, is it possible for us, or is it a crime for Nigerians to ask to know, to have clarity on how we arrive for this project? The Senate Committee Chairman on Agri, Senator Salisu Mustafa, House Committee Chairman on Agriculture, all of una were part of this particular project. How did we get here? Who are the contractors or be the company where they handle handle them? How was the bidding process? What is the level, the amount of finances that is budgeted for it? And then moving forward, how will be the implementation? Because from the president's speech, he talks say that the stakeholders who will receive this equipment. So the question be say, who go be these stakeholders? We hope say at the end, no be say we go here say senators, the House of Reps, this one collect one tractor, this one collect one tractor. I hope not the way they think they go be that. Because Nigeria, most times that the more you look, the less we see. So we are just asking honest questions. What is the role of the president's friend and former schoolmates? Who are the contractors and companies handling it? What is the role between Nigeria and the Belarusian government and also the whatever company where they handle them? Can they make it clear and more transparent for Nigerians to understand? And how much exactly is it costing the Nigerian taxpayer to handle this one? And as we dey improve agricultural equipment, shall we dey also fight insecurity so that people will carry those equipment, they go fit go there, go use them, and they no go need to die. Nigerians, you see this thing where we dey call government for this country, so my country people, what we call government in Nigeria is organized criminality. This structure where we dey see so for Nigeria called government, Nigerians must decide to come together and dismantle this structure of criminality. If not, nothing go work. Everybody go just they go around in circle. They not even hide them again. No, it is brazen criminality and corruption on steroids. This issue of INEC and electoral reform, where you see me they talk so where would they shout? Nigeria must have an electoral revolution. Not beside they talk say they go just give you. No, the problem of Nigeria is between the presidency and the National Assembly, and you must be ready to occupy those places and get what you want. If not, now renewed shege and renew. The problem not end there. Problem the judiciary, problem the police, law enforcement. But you must first fix the place where we say those people they go in where go fit reform orders. Because not be just say you go say there will be war, there will be fight, there will be after violence. You must come back with a plan. There must be a plan, and that plan is to choose your leaders. Nigerians, shine your eye. All this one where they talk, say they open WhatsApp groups, they make you join for electoral reform. People they ask me, how can I do? How can? Don't worry, the links will be posted. But it's not about joining WhatsApp group or joining any group. Everybody can join group. The question is when time reach, say make everybody mount for where they're supposed to mount and exercise your civic pressure and responsibility to demand a better government. I hope say you go there ready, because this one where you see so now wuru. So congratulations, President Tinubu, on the renewed hope agenda, agri empowerment. Can we have a full and transparent audit and statement on exactly how we got here and the roles that who is playing in the contract and how the bidding process went in line with the Freedom of Information Act? Is it too much to ask, Mr. President? Congratulations on the renewed hope agenda. On our mandate, you shall continue to sit and sleep.